what does a healthy vagina actually taste like? And hey, it's a completely natural curiosity. But despite how many millions of times people type this exact question into a search engine, very few folks actually know the biological science behind the answer. We tend to rely on rumors or, wild internet myths, which can be super confusing and often just entirely wrong. Validating that curiosity is really our first step today. You are definitely not alone in asking this, and we're going to unveil exactly what the science says to give you a clear, factual answer. Well, the truth is, there is no single normal taste. If you're looking for one specific universal standard to measure against, you honestly won't find it. And the science explains exactly why. Every single person's body is entirely unique. Just like our fingerprints or, say, our resting heart rates, our internal chemistry is highly individualized. Several complex factors influence natural vaginal taste, which means normal isn't just a single point on a map. Instead, normal is a remarkably broad spectrum. Understanding this really sets the foundation for everything else we're going to look at in this explainer. So, what actually creates that baseline chemistry? It really comes down to natural acidity. Now, sometimes the word acidic sounds kind of harsh, right? But in this context, it's an incredibly positive, vital function of the human body. Think of this natural acidity like a highly effective, invisible protective shield. The body maintains this acidic environment specifically to protect itself against harmful bacteria and to just ward off infections. It's a brilliantly designed biological defense mechanism. This acidity is the healthy biological baseline, and as we'll see in just a sec, it is the primary driver behind how things naturally taste. Because of that highly effective protective shield of acidity, we get a natural taste spectrum. Those natural defenses translate directly into specific profiles. Lots of people describe the taste as slightly tangy or mildly sour, and honestly, that makes perfect biological sense when you remember there's an acidic environment doing its job to keep bacteria away. Others might notice a slightly salty taste, while some describe it as subtly sweet. And here's the kicker. Every single one of these profiles can be completely normal. It's all just a reflection of a healthy, functioning biological system doing exactly what it's supposed to do. But wait, not only is everyone unique, even your own individual baseline isn't set in stone. Your natural chemistry fluctuates constantly. It is absolutely not static. The taste can and will change naturally throughout the month. The human body is this dynamic, living ecosystem that's constantly reacting to its environment and its own internal rhythms. So, if you notice variations in your own natural chemistry over time, that isn't inherently a cause for concern. It's just a recognized scientific reality of how your body operates. So what's driving those constant fluctuations? Well, there are several daily variables at play. Hormones in the menstrual cycle are massive internal drivers that naturally shift your body's baseline over the course of a month. But external and lifestyle factors like hydration, diet, and exercise, they all play a role in affecting your body's natural chemistry as well. Even something as incredibly simple as the time of day can make a small difference in the chemical balance. It's a super complex formula, and all of these variables interact every single day to create your totally unique, fluctuating chemistry. Section 1. Recognizing the warning signs. When to see a doctor. All right, we've spent some time establishing what normal looks and tastes like, but it's just as crucial to know when your body is signaling that something is off track. We've got our normal variations, the tangy, sour, salty, and sweet profiles we get from that healthy acidic protective shield. But we really need to recognize the medical red flags too. What is absolutely not considered normal is a strong fishy odor, a foul taste, or unusual discharge. These specific warning signs are totally distinct from the natural fluctuations we just talked about. If you experience these, it's a clear signal from your body. They can sometimes be signs of an underlying infection. When you see, smell, or taste these red flags, the science dictates that you should definitely get things checked out by a healthcare professional. Section 2. Debunking the food myth. Science versus fiction. Because this is an area where wild internet rumors heavily overshadow actual biological science, it's time we clear the air based strictly on the evidence. It is crucial to know that there is no scientific evidence that a single food can completely change it. This addresses that massive, super common myth that eating one specific food can dramatically and instantly alter your body's chemistry and taste. Now, remember our earlier chat about fluctuations? It is true that your overall health and your hydration levels might have a small influence on your natural chemistry. However, the whole idea of a single magic food acting as an instant flavor changer, completely medically unfounded. The science just doesn't support it. It's the overall ecosystem of your health that matters, not a single snack. And that really brings us to the most important takeaway of this entire explainer. Every healthy body is uniquely different. Instead of stressing out and expecting your body to conform to one correct standard or taste, the science empowers you to focus on what actually matters. Focus on your overall health, focus on good hygiene, and most importantly, focus on learning your own body's natural baseline. If you know your baseline, you're instantly equipped to recognize the actual warning signs and changes that might require medical attention. You are unique, your baseline is unique, and that is exactly how the biology is supposed to work. I really hope this explainer brought some clear, scientific light to a topic that so many of us are curious about. If you learned something new today and appreciate us breaking down the facts directly from the sources, please go ahead and like and subscribe. What health question should we answer next? Drop it in the comments. And as you go about your day, I'll leave you with this final thought. If our bodies are constantly working and adapting behind the scenes to protect us, what other subtle signals is your unique biology sending you every single day that you've simply never noticed? Think about it. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in the next explainer.